We are recording at Warren's place.
That's me.
I got a different mic in front of my face.
That's true.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's true. Me again.
That's
but
you.
I don't want to be the.
You're not the mic.
I don't want to be the mic in front of your face.
No, that'd be really weird.
Why? Because I'd be a mic, or because I'd be in front of your face?
Yes, all of that.
Oh God!
Yeah, this is gonna be a good episode.
We're really in for one.
Yeah, we really went there. We really went for it.
This is where we're at now.
This is where we're at. This is what our relationship has come to. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Zero Cred Podcast, where we have zero credibility but a lot of opinions. I am Brian.
I am Warren.
And we are Joe Nathanless today. Yeah,
that's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful. Joe Nathan's a mouthful? That's not what I want to say.
Why? What
I don't know what's wrong with me today.
What is this show already?
It's an interesting one.
This is why he's always here, because he brings the order.
Yeah, he kind of does.
Without him, we just say really weird things.
Yeah, the real us comes out. but he had personal stuff he had to take care of today, so it's you have just the two of us guys. And
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we apologize now for the asininity.
Yeah, there's no
asininity.
See,
that's how it's happening.
That sounds like an adult film on Showtime.
It does. It sounds like something I would watch. So, okay, let's try and rein it in. In this episode, we'll be talking about all of the things that happened at D23, Marvel related, and we got a little bonus thing that we're going to talk about at the beginning of that. It's just not working, is it?
It's going great.
It's going great, yeah.
It's going great.
What are we going to talk about, Warren?
Star Wars trailer.
Star Wars trailer thing! It wasn't really a trailer, though.
I wish that just came on. Like you're just like, we were talking about Star Wars trailer thing. It's a trailer about Star Wars movies that are coming out at a later date than the state that it's being recorded.
Oh man!
But no, we got the Rise of the Skywalker trailer too.
Yeah, well, it's not a trailer. They called it
a trailer,
special footage,
special look.
Yeah, special look.
They're copying Marvel.
A first
because it's Disney.
It's Disney, yeah.
And because they did a special look, but it was a trailer.
Yeah, man, it looked cool.
Yeah, I liked the way that they did like the build up, and they were like all the really old movies,
right? Yeah,
and
gave you a taste
of
the
newer ones that were like okay but not really good.
But they showed the good parts,
and then they showed the good parts of them, and then they got to the new ones and showed just the good parts, and then they showed the new stuff that is quite juicy.
Oh God, yeah, that last shot.
That's not real.
I think that it's either her trying to like infiltrate the New Order and like going acting like she's going dark, or if I think it's a dream sequence.
Yeah, so. I guess that seems to be the most common theory, is that it's like one of those dreams, because a lot of people keep bringing up how Luke saw himself in Vader's helmet,
right? Yep.
And they're like, oh, she saw herself as Darth Maul apparently.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. I mean, it looks like she was in that same area when she went down to go try to find out who her parents were,
right,
in The Last Jedi,
right.
Very similar to that, when she saw like nothing,
yeah, and
then now maybe she's down there again seeing herself as a Sith.
Yeah,
because I feel like she's definitely going to struggle with light and dark.
Oh yeah, I think that's probably going to be one of the key plot points in the whole movie, is her being torn between the light and the dark. Because
it seems like they want to try to set up this story where possibly, which is something I don't think we've ever seen in a Star Wars movie, which is you have someone fall from grace and someone rise to the occasion, meaning she falls to the dark side, and then Ben Solo joins the light and rises up.
That would be unique. I mean, we've seen a fall, but not a rise, because we witnessed Anakin,
right?
And we haven't seen.
Unfortunately, we witnessed Anakin.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, there was some good things about those movies, as a whole, it tells a pretty wonderful story. This franchise.
I mean, to be able to say this many years later, we have this, I want to say, cohesive story.
It's more cohesive than any 9-movie story has any right to be, I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a lot, 'cause that's a lot of movies.
Yeah.
At this point, you should be done. Like, this is like this is the only series at the level of Fast and Furious that can get away with making this many movies.
Oh yeah,
like,
I agree.
Fast and Furious is getting away with it. They're not all good.
They're not. But they're all entertaining as fuck. You know, and you don't go to Fast and Furious movies to watch story anyway. You go to watch dope ass action sequences. And
I went to go watch story.
You're a liar and a fat mouth.
No, I'm not. The first like 2 or 3.
Really?
I was there for the story.
Not me. I was there for the dope ass racing and the cool cars.
But that was a part of the story.
It was?
The racing?
It was?
It was. I know it's been so long now, and now we're jumping out of airplanes and pulling down helicopters and stuff. But
what did John say that one time? You yeet off.
He said he's going to get it. What is it, like yeet off in a yacht? Or something like that?
Shit like that. Yeah, it was funny when he said it too. But yeah, I personally don't go to watch story. I don't, and I'm going to tell you, I don't believe the majority of people that go watch those.
Oh, not at all.
But.
No. I mean,
people watch Star Wars
for the story. No, they're definitely watching it for the story.
So,
continuity is everything in the Star Wars universe,
or lack thereof,
is equally as important.
Yeah.
But we did get to see Finn and Pope and all the all like in the same shot.
That was exciting. Yeah, seeing them all together on hopefully going on like an adventure, which I believe JJ already said that's going to be a big part of the movie is they're finally all of them going on an adventure.
It looked like they were going to like a rave. It's great.
You know, that would be something if this 3-movie build up. If this 3-movie build up.
It's just a rave.
Not working together, and all of us being like, we want them to go on an adventure together, and they go to a rave and drop acid, and that's the final act.
And that's why she sees herself.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the final fight sequence is because
it out, Mr. Abrams.
She took the last Molly, and then Ben was mad about it, so now they're fighting in the water, and they're fighting in the water so they can shake off the Molly effects.
Oh, that's good. We figured it out, Mr. Abrams.
Yeah, I don't have to go see it now.
You got to reshoot.
Yeah, that was he almost got it.
Yeah, he almost snuck it past us.
He almost snuck it past us. We are the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, we got to see that. We are clearly going to see Carrie Fisher again.
I guess
saw that.
I think what they said is they're using footage from the previous movie that they didn't use. I think.
Yeah,
is what they're doing.
I would hope, unless they just were like, fuck it. We're gonna if they peel her skin off and put it on somebody else.
Jesus Christ.
Like, what in it?
That went a lot darker than I expected it to go.
Well, it's Star Wars.
Yeah, but I think they're using footage that was not used from the first or from the second movie. I think.
Yeah. But what if they put those as like the deleted scenes, and then people already know they're deleted scenes because they have the movie. And
did they have deleted scenes?
I don't know. I own the movie, but I don't.
I own it too.
I don't watch it.
I've watched it a couple of times since I bought it, and it's not as good as it was to me because I actually really enjoyed the Last Jedi a lot, and then the second and third time I've watched it, I've enjoyed it less. And not because I think it's a bad movie. I still think it's a good movie.
Well, yeah, I mean, the nostalgia isn't there anymore.
Right, exactly.
And a lot of these movies benefit from you not knowing what's going to happen.
Right.
So it has your interest. Once you know, you're just like, I'm just watching it.
Yeah, the second and third watch, it's not nearly as enjoyable. And hey, it was a divisive movie for a reason. And
right.
I'm seeing the reasons, but I'm still fine with
I don't think this one will be as divisive.
No.
Because I don't even think people know what they want now. Like, I don't, because I feel like some people want Rey to turn dark. Some people want her to not turn dark. Some people don't want Ben to go to the light. And I'm like, I don't even know what I want anymore. So
I don't either.
Does that like put us in a good position that they could just do whatever? And then it's like,
I take that back. I do know what I want. I want to be surprised.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's what I want.
When you go see it, you will be because you won't know what's happening.
Exactly.
So you're set.
Yeah, I'm ready. My ticket is purchased.
Is it really?
No, but it can't.
Oh, God.
Because
Don't
it
get my
can't be.
hopes up.
Yeah, only because it can't be. If they were on sale, I'd probably have it bought by now.
Yeah, after that, I would.
Oh, hell
after
yeah.
the way that ended.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I mean, we've been waiting on them to really go at it anyway. Ben and Ray, like a real lightsaber fight, and I think we're gonna get that. We didn't see a whole lot of the Palpatine thing, but they did cut it. They had the voiceover, and then they had
he's on the poster,
and they had the Darth Vader noise, and then they showed Rey. So that's like editing symbolism. Like, oh, she's dark. She's dark now. She's going to the dark side. Oh, I like that. When you go to the dark side, I can't do Palpatine.
I can't. I wouldn't want to be able.
Unlimited power. Now I just sound like a really constipated Sith.
You kind of sounded like a Vegeta, like a constipated Vegeta.
The Saiyans do not go to the dark side. Like, oh Lord, this guy is tough. But we got that. We also got a Mandalorian trailer.
Hell yeah, we did. That looks so good.
Now that is a trailer.
That looks so good.
So he said nothing.
Nothing.
Is it a he or a she? Do we know?
I don't think we know.
So it might be a dog.
Well, it's got great posture.
Yeah. Well, it might be like one of those cybernetic things where he's like, it's a dog, and he's got robotic body, and he's shaped like a human.
I think it's
he doesn't
dog
talk
in a mech. In a man's it's
plankton.
It's a toy pug.
It's plankton.
It's plankton. Yeah, there you go.
It's plankton.
Yeah.
From SpongeBob.
Yeah, I don't think we know if it's a guy or a girl.
Yeah, but we know it revolves around bounty hunting.
Bounty hunting, yeah.
And we know it's not Boba Fett.
And it's got Carl Weathers in it.
Do we know the timeline?
No, I don't think we do. Now, that being said, I haven't looked, and it's because of what I said earlier. I kind of like being surprised when it comes to my Star Wars stuff.
I mean, it was just to get us hyped. Well, because like the opening shot, it was like, oh, stormtroopers are dead. And then it was like, stormtroopers are dead and their helmets are on pikes. And I was like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised that he got me excited because John Favreau's doing it. So he's only failed at making one thing so far.
Yeah.
But I'm glad
to come back real quick. That damn movie is making so much fucking money.
It's
ridiculous how much money that movie's making.
It's Disney.
It's stupid.
Disney is just.
Did you see the trailer for Lady and the Tramp?
I haven't watched it. I know that it exists.
It's a direct to Disney Plus movie.
Oh, so is it? Yeah, so it's not even going to be in theaters.
No, not at all. It's going to be streaming when the service launches.
November 12th, right?
12th or 13th.
12th.
Yeah.
It's definitely 12th. Right. Yeah. Because everything is happening. Because this is launching on the 12th with Disney Plus. Apparently, Lady and the Tramp is also launching on the 12th. There were some other things that they said were going to be launching, but I can't remember right off the top of my head. Well, yeah, we saw the Stormtrooper deal. I don't know if he killed all the Stormtroopers or not by himself, or if that's just like the tone of the situation where Stormtroopers on that particular area just happened to be massacred, and he's just there to go get somebody that possibly has something to do with it, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, real quick, I just pulled it up, and Pedro Pascal plays the Mandalorian, so the Mandalorian's a guy.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah. And why does he look so damn familiar? What the fuck did he play in? He played in Game of Thrones. He played Oberyn in Game of Thrones. And he played in Kingsman.
Yeah, he played the cowboy guy.
He's the guy that got his face smashed in, right?
Yeah, so he got so he's gonna die horrific death in this show because he got his face smashed in Game of Thrones. He got shoved into a meat crushing thing machine in Kingsman.
Yeah, he did. Yes.
And so in this one, he's going to get.
He played in The Equalizer too. Also, I need to watch that. I haven't watched that yet. It looks really good though.
First Equalizer?
No, the second one.
I don't.
Yeah, I said The Equalizer too, like as well. But he played in the sequel to The Equalizer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've seen both of them, but I don't remember what his role was.
He played some guy named Dave York in it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. He played in that movie The Great Wall that apparently was terrible.
Oh, did that have
It had Dat Maimon in it.
Dat Maimon, yeah, yeah. The fact that I had to think about his name. So who else is in this?
That's it's got him and one other guy. It has never mind. I take that back. It has Brendan Wayne plays in it. Jamal Anter, Bernard Bolin, Giancarlo Esposito plays in this movie too. And I saw Carl Weathers, who played Apollo Creed in the Rocky franchise. He plays in it as Grief Karga. It looks like he's just in one episode though. Taika Waititi's in an episode. Yes.
Yeah, he is. So
Dominic Pace is in it.
We have a good cast. It sounds like
Nick fucking Nolte. Holy shit. Werner Herzog. God damn, this show. Gina Carano.
This show is.
Are you
packed.
fucking kidding me right now? Okay,
this show is gonna be good.
I thought that was her.
This show is gonna be.
When I was watching the trailer, I saw the girl and I was like, that girl kind of looks like Gina Carano. And my dumb ass can't be like, hey, that might be Gina Carano. I'm sitting here thinking, wow, they really got somebody that looks like Gina Carano. I'm so stupid.
Dedication nowadays is important. So
yeah,
you can't just assume that they got people to come back. But yeah, so we had like the cool scene where he's in some kind of bar and he shoots the guy, then he captures the guy and he pulls him back, then he shoots the door and it like chops that guy in half.
We also have a robot that's doing some cool
that's doing like some cool breakdance shooting. It was really dope.
It reminded me of the game Overwatch for some reason. I didn't play a lot of Overwatch, and you know that. But yeah, it just I saw
did
that
look
it just
very
kind of reminded
video
me of
game-ish.
Overwatch.
Like not graphics wise, but clearly he's a cheat code.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the trailer. It started out and I was like, and then the music started to pick up and then stuff started happening and I was like, I would like the season now.
Yeah, I know,
Thank you.
right? It does launch when it launches though, right?
Yeah, November 12th.
That's what I thought.
For the people who don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna get it. I already know I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm getting Disney Plus. There's too much stuff coming out on it to not get it.
Yeah, I have to know. I need all those Marvel shows. Speaking of which, let's get into it.
We saw the Winter Soldier stuff. They talked about Falcon Winter Soldier. They announced that again.
They talk a little bit about WandaVision. We already talked about those, though.
I want to talk about the what if, though, because they stated that the first episode is going to be Peggy Carter becoming Captain America.
Oh, kick ass, yeah.
And Steve Rogers getting an Iron Man suit from Howard Stark.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if they're going to end like the comics always ended.
And it just blows up.
Yeah, with the world.
The universe just ends. Well, I wonder because they've already also kind of stated, well, at least we can see like the zombies situation in one of the background deals for the logo. So I know at some point we're probably going to get that, like Marvel Zombies.
That'd be cool.
I don't think any of these stories will be connected, but that would be funny if all of them resulted in Marvel Zombies happening. That'd be kind of funny.
I don't think they're gonna connect any of them unless they do like a special. Hey, this is a special 2 episode.
I hope not, but I think because they said that was gonna be the first episode. They said Michael B. Jordan's episode as Killmonger is gonna be if he won.
Okay,
and so then he actually sent all the stuff, the weapons and stuff out, and Wakanda basically took over the world.
And it will end in
and that would probably end up in the universe ending.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about anything else that they've stated, but that's just a couple of things that they've been able to
that's gonna
announce
be fun.
Already.
And they're all animated, right?
Yeah, everything's animated. Everything's animated. I wonder if they're gonna do the same animation all the way through, or if they're gonna switch it up.
I kind of hope they switch it up.
Yeah,
because I
would like them to take the approach that Love, Death, and Robots.
Okay,
took, where it's like some of it's 3D, some of it's animated, some of it's weird, some of it's not weird.
Yeah, kind of like also like they did with the Animatrix. Show,
Animatrix was very good at that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm excited about this.
I
this
think
is
What
one of
If's
the
gonna
ones,
be a lot of fun.
One of the ones that was a lot of fun, and I'm ready to.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot. That I think. Well, the comics, because I read several issues when I was younger, and those were a lot of fun to read. And that's going to be cool that they're introducing the what if style of storytelling to a newer generation.
And before the situation happening with the Disney Sony situation, being that we did introduce Spider-Man and the Infinity Gauntlet, I was like, oh, they'll probably do the run where it was like, what if Spider-Man kept the used the Infinity Gauntlet? Like, just stuff like that. We might still get that if things pan out.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end of that.
But I mean, it's just there's so much that they can do with it, and because so many people are coming back to do the voiceover, I'm happy.
Oh hell
with this, I think that's brilliant because like when someone would tell you, oh, we're gonna do the what if, I'm like, man, they're gonna do a live action what if, and people are gonna have to react scenes, and this is gonna be kind of weird. And then they were like, everything's
something flew by. It was like a bird.
Don't scare me like
Sorry,
that.
yo, there's a guy on your neck.
There's Marvel zombies. Like, oh Jesus, Joe Nathan's here. It's like, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited. You tell me it's animated. I'm like, that's freaking genius.
Yeah, that's really cool. Very cool.
Looking forward to that. We have Moon Knight was announced. TV series.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Moon Knight's a underrated property that never gets the love he deserves. The guy, I know the guy that was recently drawing Moon Knight, Greg Smallwood.
You knew him?
Yeah, I met him several times through conventions and whatnot.
That's cool.
Yeah, he drew. Well, he drew, and he was co-creator of a comic book that I really liked called Dream Thief, and it was pretty dope. But yeah,
so are you very familiar with Moon Knight?
I'm pretty familiar. Yeah, Mark Spector is his name. He's a lawyer. He gets. I'm trying to. His power is enhanced by the darkness, by the moon and everything. And it's kind of he's had a few different origin tales, and I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember either of them.
So you said is he a lawyer after he does like the what is it? Is it military?
Let me see.
It said he was a Marine and then he turned to a mercenary. But you said he had multiple.
He's had a few different origins.
So that might just be the one that they're going with. Maybe?
Probably, yeah. Let's see.
That sounds cool.
God, he's had so many different.
I guess the biggest thing that we need to state is that he's Batman, but like on
He's
on ecstasy.
Everybody compares him to Batman because
he's like Batman on ecstasy. Like, because he's got all the gadgets and stuff, but he's weird.
Yeah, they're going with the very, very, very earliest origin. It looks like as an adult, he'd been a heavyweight boxer before becoming a Marine.
Mm-hmm.
After he left the military, he became a mercenary. Later, becomes a strong and skilled combat and befriends a French pilot. Blah, blah, blah.
They haven't casted anybody yet.
That's kind of interesting.
They haven't casted anybody, and or at least they did make an announcement. I guess I should redact that statement. They did not announce that they casted anybody or any showrunners yet.
Okay.
So they didn't announce that at D23. That's not to say that there isn't a people.
Right.
But it doesn't come out until like when Black Panther comes out, which is in like 2022.
Okay.
So it would make sense for them to not even worry about it. They're just like, hey, we're working on it. So here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Are you surprised that they gave it a TV show and didn't make it a movie?
No, I think that his stories would benefit more on a television on a larger format.
Yeah, where you can space out
the stuff. Yeah, either that or I think a Moon Knight movie would probably do good, but I think that they probably didn't want to take the chance on making a big budget Moon Knight movie since his character is honestly not that popular.
Yeah,
it really isn't. But not to be said that it couldn't be done good because James Gunn did a great job with Guardians of the Galaxy, and they were not a super popular.
Oh yeah, not at all.
But and given the property to the right individual, that it could have been done really well. But I mean, how many chances do you want to take when you just lost a shitload of money in the movie theater because of fucking Dark Phoenix? So yeah. I mean, because they had to take in that huge loss, and all those Fox properties that shit all over themselves recently. Disney lost a lot of money because of that, because they took on all of that, and that they were like, yeah, man, I don't know if we want to give a big ass budget to this Moon Knight movie, even though it doesn't necessarily need to be a big budget, but it's a superhero movie, so it's gonna have a lot of money.
Cost them coins.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I like Moon Knight. He's a cool character. He's underrated and underappreciated, and I think introducing him to a new generation, it could do some good to the property. He's really cool, man. Like he's got a cool look and everything.
And with the way that they have now that they have their own streaming service, and they're like, oh, we can connect these shows and movies if we want to. That allows some hope that we might see him in a movie in the future. He doesn't necessarily need to have his own movie. He might just show up, in a team up situation.
Right.
And you're like, oh, Moon Knight was in a movie, yay! So that'll be nice. We also got,
man, maybe he wasn't a lawyer and I'm just reading shit wrong. Golly.
But you know who was?
Daredevil.
She-Hulk.
She was too.
She was a lawyer.
Yep. She's
and
the next
they
one.
announced a She-Hulk TV show.
That's perfect. She-Hulk in a TV show is perfect.
And I'm mad because if Spider-Man is gone, they've dropped the ball, because the storyline that they could have done would have been insane. So this is what I was thinking, because I heard that She-Hulk was on the come up as far as people that they were going to bring into something, whether it was the cinematic or just a TV show. So I was like, oh, cool. Like they can introduce her, or they can create, if they do a TV show, they can do the TV show, and then they can bring her on as Spider-Man or Peter Parker's lawyer in the movie. Okay. Yeah. And then she has to help him by being She-Hulk and stopping people while he can't go be Spider-Man.
Okay.
And bring in Kraven the Hunter.
Okay.
To bring him in. But, because they're like, well, we haven't seen Spider-Man in a while, so go find him. Right. And then he has to deal with that. But, but bringing her in a TV show is fine. It's safer, I think.
Her story will fit perfectly to television, because they don't need to focus on one big, huge adventure for a movie. Instead, they can just focus on a bunch of small ones, and it can kind of remind people of the old Incredible Hulk TV show, which was a lot of fun. As cheesy as it was a lot of fun to watch. Those are the ones with Lou Ferrigno, and
right.
But yeah, those were a lot of fun. So bringing a Hulk television show to a new generation is dope,
and it being She-Hulk,
right? Exactly. That's it's got deal. You combine the nostalgia factor with the fact that it's now, instead of him, it's a her. That's a lot of fun, dude. That's really good. This was a good idea.
Yeah, I like that Marvel's deciding that we're gonna go ahead and step out.
Yeah,
because we've done what we needed to do. We did the Iron Man, the Captain America, Thor, Avengers.
And let's face it, and this is going to be probably an unpopular opinion, obviously that 10-year run that Marvel had at the box office with all the success that they've had, even on bad movies, let's bring it back. Thor 2 is not a good movie.
That's what I think of that take.
Yeah. But and then Iron Man 3 wasn't a very good movie either. But you know what? Still made a lot of money. But are they gonna realistically be able to recapture the same success that they had in that 10-year run?
Not at all.
With what we've got coming out.
No.
Exactly.
Not.
So, I mean, and that's...
Well, I mean, but I don't think it's because of the characters. I just think it's you did it.
Yeah, exactly. It's been done.
It was the first time people had never seen superhero movies be done the way that they were doing them, and it was captivating. And you told this really dope story.
Yeah.
And that most people were somewhat familiar with, so they wanted to go see it.
Yeah.
And if they weren't familiar, then they were just drawn in by it.
And they used easily the most popular properties to start it.
Yeah.
Which they should have done, because if you want to be successful, you're going to have to come out swinging. Now, nothing against the characters and the properties that they are using moving forward, but let's be real, they're not as popular.
And some of them are weird. So
some of them are weird.
You gotta you gotta start small. You gotta start on Earth before you start going out to space.
Yeah, the Eternals. I mean, that's cool stuff. But it's not the Avengers.
Yeah, like it.
So
The way that it is turning out is, we started out on Earth. You saw some superhuman people, which makes sense because everybody else is human. You're like seeing these Avengers, like, okay, Avengers are pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, there's this really cosmic guy named Thanos. It's kind of bad. We'll worry about it later.
Kind of bad, kind of purple.
Kind of purple, kind of a douche. And then he comes in and he, mollywops us. And he's just like, bam. And then everybody's like, we don't know what's happening. Why is this happening? Save me from myself. Like that. and everybody was like, but it's like when your first time being exposed to something like that, and there were people that were like devastated.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But the thing is, I guess what I'm trying to say is like the idea that he could snap his finger and then the half of the world is just gone.
Right.
Like
right.
that's out there.
Yeah.
That is out there. And so that's their first experience. Now you can do all these other things because you're like, oh, this is possible. Along with like the Doctor Strange introduced you a little bit to like cosmic weirdness. So now when you hit somebody with like Eternals and you're like, this guy can stop time, then go backwards and then come back on the other side and you're not like, oh, what is happening? You're just like, oh, he's strong.
Yeah.
So I like that they're branching out now and they're using the fact that they've established a good base to step out on some branches and say if they break, but let's at least say we tried to do these things.
Oh yeah, you definitely gotta push the envelope as far as you can when it comes to this kind of stuff. And but once again, let's go back to what we were originally saying is the realistic side of this is it's probably not going to be as successful as it was. Not to say that it's not going to be successful, but let's just face it. Do you think they're going to make a movie in the next 10 years that's going to make as much money as Endgame made? Probably not.
No.
Probably
not.
Considering how long it took Avatar to be dethroned. That was a long time.
Yeah, nothing's going to catch that.
So they captured lightning in a bottle. They're probably not going to be able to do it again. So the fact that they're using these other mediums, these other platforms to tell these great stories is really smart. And of course, I think they're picking adequate properties to do so because She-Hulk, like I said, fucking perfect for a television show.
Yeah.
And then that moves. I think the next one we're getting ready to talk about is another character that's perfect for television.
Yeah. So She-Hulk. It seems like most of these shows are not coming out till 2022.
Yeah, a long time.
She-Hulk's not coming out till then. At some point, it didn't say when. I believe this is not coming out until 2022.
Yeah,
Ms. Marvel with Kamala Khan. Yeah.
Who do you want to see? Is there a person you want to see as Kamala Khan?
No.
I can't think of her name, but I'm pulling her up right now.
Is it the chick from that show?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Let me pull her up.
Is she an adult or a teenager?
I don't know how old she is.
Or is it a he?
It's a girl. It's a girl.
It's a girl. Yeah, I didn't know. I just never. I don't want to be biased here.
Sunidhi Mani.
Let me see her. Is she from
Glow?
Okay, let me see. Because I've never seen Glow. Oh yeah, she could be a
a
Kamala Khan.
She plays a wrestler in Glow.
Yeah,
I say
so she could be
wrestler.
She could be a wrestler in.
She could be she
Miss
plays
Marvel.
a wrestler, and I think she would be wonderful as Kamala Khan.
Yeah,
and so that's my pitch. Marvel, Disney, if you're listening, Sunidhi Mani is an American actress, dancer, and comedian, but she's of Indian descent. I mean, she's an American. She plays Arthi Prem Kumar in the Netflix comedy series Glow. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I do have a pick that I wouldn't mind seeing.
All right.
I can't say her name for the life of me.
That's fine. I probably butchered her name.
Like Priyanka Chopra Jonas. Anyway, she was in Quantico.
Oh, okay.
So
I've seen a few episodes. Let me see.
Her.
Oh yeah, she's really pretty.
Yeah, that's not why I picked her. I just think she could do a good job.
Absolutely,
with the character.
I agree.
I think we had two good choices. So hopefully Disney's paying attention.
Hopefully one of us.
I know there's an executive at Disney that listens to us.
Absolutely.
So I like it. I think people are going to be more excited about this Marvel than the Captain Marvel.
I think you're right.
I think she's gonna, but they said she's actually scheduled. Ms. Marvel is scheduled to appear in the MCU.
Yes.
So she's gonna start out on the TV show and then make her way to the big screen. And I'm happy to hear that, because why are we not doing that?
We should have been doing that when Netflix was making.
We should have been doing that when Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man.
Well, I don't disagree with that either.
And it wasn't even possible then.
I definitely don't disagree with that.
Yeah. So, but the continuity needs to be there. If these guys are all in the same universe,
yeah,
they need to be in the same universe.
Yeah.
It sucks that the other Netflix shows are gone, because now they're gonna start doing the TVs and the movies, and I'm like, well, we needed that.
Yeah, we should have had that
when everything was happening.
1.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm happy.
It is.
I'm happy with it. I'm glad they're doing a Ms. Marvel. She's really cool.
Yeah, she's a cool character.
Do you think that's going to lead us into possibly not getting a Miles Morales movie, but a Miles Morales TV show? Because they have a couple of team ups in the comic books, and then we have like the new Avengers, which is like her, Miles Morales.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember who all part of that. Is Vision part of that?
Yeah, it's like cool. Vision and some other people, like Lady Thor.
Yeah. Okay. And we are getting Lady Thor at the very end of Phase 4.
I don't have let me pull it up, because I want to make sure because we might be getting some of those people coming up to the point where we could actually do it. It's not bringing up. I feel like they've had a few runs with the new Avengers as a series, but let me.
Well, I would assume Captain America is still part of that, so we could get the Captain Falcon version of him being in the new Avengers.
It is that.
I called him Captain Falcon, like he's a Super genius. Smash Brothers character. So, Falcon Punch.
I can't find the thing. I have the comic, but I don't have the app downloaded on this phone. Anyway, nope, there it is. It's they're all new, all different Avengers.
Okay, yeah.
And it was Nova, Vision, Lady Thor.
Which Nova? Little boy Nova?
Yes.
That's what I was assuming.
Yeah, Miles, Kamala Khan. I think it's Tony, and then Falcon as Captain America.
Okay. And Tony Stark?
I think it was Tony. There's an Iron Man. I don't think that was Riri. I don't think it was Riri, because it was all new, all different. It might have been Riri, but I don't think it was.
Okay.
But we might get that.
Yeah.
And that'll be cool.
That would be good for television.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good show.
Especially with the WandaVision thing. And then
now,
if
they
bring a Vision, if they bring a different version of Vision into the mix, and then he could be the team up.
Now, are they really gonna be able to get Natalie Portman to do a show on Disney Plus, you think?
Yeah, if you're doing it in the Netflix,
you throw enough money at somebody, they're gonna do whatever they
will
want,
jump off a building to catch it.
Yeah.
But if you pitch it in the sense of like, we're doing it, it's a full on deal. We're not releasing it week to week, so you're not shooting the time you would take for like Miss Marvel or whatever, depending on how they do it.
Okay.
But if we just go on an assumption that they do it on a week to week release basis for some of these shows, that's a longer commitment.
Yeah.
Whereas if you say we're just gonna shoot it, and then when we've shot it, it's done. You can say you did Love and Thunder, you do this, you're done. You don't have to hang around.
That could work. Because I'm very much of the opinion that they probably sold her on this coming back for this movie and doing this Lady Thor thing on the basis that it was probably a one appearance kind of thing.
Yeah, one off.
I really don't think that the movie is going to end and she is still Thor. I think that she's going to beat Thor for roughly 40 minutes of the movie at most or whatever, and then it's going to go back to Hemsworth by the end of the movie. And then her run as Thor is just going to be part of the storyline. And
Yeah.
it's gonna wrap up before the movie is over. That's my thoughts, and I could be wrong. Obviously,
We could be venturing into territory that doesn't need to be ventured.
She could have been like, man, Annihilation just didn't do shit, you know.
I need that.
So
I need that
money.
check.
I mean, that
Need
being
that
said,
money.
if you guys are listening and you haven't seen the movie Annihilation, please watch the movie Annihilation. It's fucking amazing.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
But
fantastic.
it didn't do well.
It didn't make a lot of money. It got really good reviews. It's fucking amazing. It's a horror movie. I mean, it's a sci-fi horror movie with her and Oscar Isaac and Jennifer Jason Leigh. Tessa Thompson's in it too, I think. And it's so fucking
It's
good.
Marvel. No.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fucking really good.
It's just Secret Invasion. That's what it is.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's that, and then we got they talk about the Loki show.
We already know.
We already know
about
about
that.
Black Widow. Yeah, Black Widow. They showed the poster. They showed the poster.
It was like
It looks fucking cool.
That build up was like you're going to be like, we got a trailer and she did 10 backflips.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
And then you were like, they showed a poster.
Yeah, they showed a poster. I mean, it's kind of after you do the the payoff is not there by any means.
Yeah,
but they showed the poster and it looked cool.
But that should have just been the end of it. They showed a
I
poster.
wonder if they showed footage. Did it say that they showed footage? You have it pulled up behind you, and you can read.
Well, it says a slightly extended version of the Comic-Con trailer for Black Widow was shown. That's the first sentence.
Okay, there you go. Yeah,
So they showed a trailer at Comic-Con apparently.
they haven't dropped it on the internet.
And
though.
then they showed a slightly extended version, which means that it just had Marvel Studios.
Yeah,
at the beginning of
intro
it.
roll. Yeah. There we go. It was us doing
But it was
too.
just it was just us doing it.
Yeah, it was us and these people listening. I was like, who the fuck are these assholes?
Oh my God, they're going a cappella. The whole Black Widow movie will be done via a cappella.
But yeah, that's they need to drop that. I wish they'd put that on the internet so we could watch it. But they haven't done it yet.
Somebody. Well, I think what they said was at the Comic-Con, they literally were like throwing people out for trying to record stuff.
Yeah.
So it was people were like, we don't have the footage, but I guess there was like a description.
Okay.
It was released, but I don't read those.
If I can't watch it, I don't want to read it. That's for damn
I mean, you could read it, but then it's like I'd rather just wait for the trailer to drop and then have the excitement of being like, what's gonna be in this trailer? It's gonna be her kicking somebody's butt because that's what she does. Because she's Black Widow in a suit and it's black as fuck. Oh my bad. Nope, that was blue. Couldn't see nothing at all. It's so dark. Should have put my what is it called?
Flashlight.
No, the vision. What's the vision called?
Night vision.
The night vision on. Like that. You should have said flashlight again.
I should have said
when you put the goggles on, you see flashlight. Definitely a flashlight.
Just kept saying it.
What if that's a scene in the Black? She's just like, do you have my the when it's dark and I can see? And he's like, flashlight. And she's like, no, night vision. I got a flashlight.
Oh man.
What do you think? They said because they said Taskmaster.
Yeah,
is the villain.
Yes, he is.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
If it's anything like what we saw in the video game, it's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
because did you see the gameplay for the Avengers?
I saw snippets of it. Yeah, but I not enough.
Apparently, Captain America dies.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna buy the game.
I'm gonna play it.
You're gonna get it.
Yeah, I said play it. I didn't say I was gonna buy it.
Oh, well, you're gonna play it. So
I'm gonna play it.
Whatever.
How I'll do that without buying it, one can only know.
Yeah, you're gonna Redbox it for like weeks on a time.
I'm just gonna go to door in my complex until.
Is that coming out on everything? Is that coming out on PC?
I have no idea.
If it comes out on PC, I might buy it.
That's why.
Because I prefer playing on my.
I guess
PC
not why. If it comes on PC, I get why you would buy it on PC. But like, if it doesn't, why would you not?
Because I prefer playing on PC.
That's not. Give me a different one.
because I prefer playing on PC. I've become one of those asshole PC master race snobs the past couple of weeks. Honestly, I have.
Well, side note, cross save went live for Destiny. So if I wanted to, I could plug my computer up and play on my main hashtag Black Guy account on my PC, and then you could play on PC.
But I don't have Destiny 2.
No, I know. I'm just saying you could play, and then like I would have all my stuff that I got from Xbox on there.
But I'm not going to get Destiny.
Well, it's fine. You don't have to. The point is, that if I let it suck my soul away, I'll become a PC master race as well. But I won't.
Oh, I think everybody should go PC. Don't get me wrong. There's consoles. I like consoles. I do. But I've really, really become a PC snob.
I don't think Black Widow likes consoles.
I don't think she likes us talking about this when we should be talking about her movie.
Yeah, that's why I was bringing it back with the Black Widow. But no, I brought up the game.
They showed a poster.
I only brought up the game because in the footage that they showed Taskmaster.
Okay, yeah.
And
yeah, they did.
Nobody else fought him. Black Widow fought him. Yeah. So I was like, video game people, I see what you're doing. You're making a nod to the fact that in the movie she's going to be fighting Taskmaster. Because
she's not going to be alone.
Yeah, but she still doing it. Right? Yeah, I know.
Just
the PC has corrupted your soul.
It has.
And it just turns you into a bigger dick than you already were.
that was a huge one, too.
Like, monster happening there.
Yeah.
So do we need to cover any more of the Black Widow? I mean, is there any
I don't know. Like I said, it just showed they showed a poster. And I've said that 8 times now. And it had I thought it was cool because it showed David Harbour as Red Guardian, and he looks badass.
Yeah.
So I like David Harbour. So I haven't seen Hellboy though, so I heard it was bad.
Well, good.
But I love Stranger Things, and he's great as Hopper.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
We should really do a show where we talk about that.
Yeah, because he's like dead or something, right?
No, I don't think so. No. I haven't finished season 3.
At first I thought you hadn't seen it, and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen all of season 3 yet. So, no, I'm holding out hope.
Man.
But I have heard stuff, so yeah.
I also saw blood and guts.
Yeah, I know.
Explosions.
Yeah. I've heard a lot, so I need to.
Well, because those workers were inside the thing, and then they got shredded.
I know.
And he was slightly inside the thing, so maybe he survived.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
He just lost his front of his face.
But as long as you have the back of your face, it's fine. I mean, you put some Neosporin and some Band-Aids on it, you'll be all right.
Eventually it will regenerate.
Yeah.
It's just very, very slow. Well, they talked about the Eternals. Yay, we talked about Eternals. Black Panther 2 was announced. 2. So we all kind of had an assumption when we talked about their Comic-Con announcement that they were going to talk about more. Because we were like, why wouldn't they talk about Black Panther 2 or Captain Marvel? And then we all kind of realized that D23 was still going to happen.
Right,
and so that maybe there's going to be more stuff there, which was, because then they announced, like, what we've been talking about. 2022, you think that's far out?
It feels really far,
Black Panther
but
2?
I think that it only feels far because I want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really like Black Panther 1 a lot, so I think that's the only reason it feels like it's very far out. But that's only like 2.5 years. Because it's at the beginning portion of it. So January, I think it's May, right?
May 6th.
Yeah. Okay. So
May 6th, 2022.
Damn, that's like 5 months into the year. So January, February, March.
Yeah, so once the year hits, you're just
so it's like 3 years away.
Yeah, that's a long time. But I mean, we talked about it before with how long it took for like them to now make a Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel looks like that's going to be years out.
It's going to be after Black Panther 2.
So
most likely, because they didn't say anything about it at D23.
Yeah, so more than likely, we might not get one.
It's possible.
Like, I mean, I hate to say, I don't think that's the case.
It's possible, though.
But it's possible we might not get one.
Yeah.
That's a hot take, though.
That is a hot take.
It's a really, really hot take. It's a juicy take, too.
We need John here for that.
He probably would be...
You guys are fucking idiots. He would call us fucking idiots. And,
he would have been like, why? Like, why would we not get one?
I can't think of a reason why.
I don't either. I just wanted to say something blasphemous.
But it's remotely
possible. I mean, because even Spider-Man wasn't in Phase 4.
No.
And it was talks of it being in Phase 5.
Yeah.
And so I imagine...
Well, Spider-Man was in Phase 4 because... Yeah, what do you mean? Wait. No,
This is Phase 4.
This is Phase 4. Okay, yeah. Jesus Christ.
This is Phase 4. There's talks of it being in Phase 5. So I would imagine Captain Marvel would have been in Phase 5 as well, which might be why we're not hearing anything about
Probably.
it.
And Phase 4, what they announced was it's shorter than all the rest of them.
Right.
So, yeah, we could get Captain Marvel in Phase 5.
Yeah.
Because Black Panther's going to be in Phase 5.
Because
it kicks off with Blade. Blade's the first
right,
movie of
and
Phase
it would
5.
make sense for it to be then, because that's when like these shows come out, and Kamala Khan like idolizes Carol Danvers.
Oh well, yeah, they shared a name,
right?
So
you would that I think that's going to be the connection when they say, oh, she's eventually going to make her way to the movies. Is like she's just going to be in a Captain Marvel movie.
Yeah.
That's what I would think.
And they skipped over, I mean, obviously for the Captain Marvel movie, they skipped over her whole role as Ms. Marvel.
Yeah.
And just went right to Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So,
so they might address that.
Brie Larson might be in the Ms. Marvel show.
That too.
So,
yeah. So that's I didn't consider that.
I mean, there's a lot they could pull from.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Black Panther though, Black Panther 2, I'm excited.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I don't
did it say his villain?
I was just ready to ask you.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't think it did because I didn't catch anything. Obviously.
I don't know about the villain, but they said there's a chance that Kraven the Hunter will be in the movie.
That'd be dope. Oh, yeah, but I could have swore that Sony was doing something with Kraven the Hunter. I thought they owned the rights to him, didn't they?
Yeah, but that was the possibility. Obviously, with the situation now, that's not certain anymore.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about that then.
Yeah.
Because we're at a good point to go ahead and start talking about this.
Yeah.
So, as you guys have probably heard that are listening, Sony and Marvel couldn't come to a new agreement. Sony and Disney couldn't come to a new agreement regarding the financial split of the profits from shared movies between Spider-Man and Sony. The talks deteriorated. The negotiations deteriorated, and they weren't able to come to an agreement. So as of right now, Spider-Man is no longer going to be in the MCU moving forward. And Kevin Feige will not be able to produce any of the movies that Sony's going to be working on. He's not contractually obligated to stay away from that. He's just busy. That's what they said. They said it's like he's not like exclusively contracted by Disney to do only MCU movies. He's just busy and he won't be able to produce the movies. But they had several issues, and the biggest one, I believe, because money is always the biggest issue in my eyes. The biggest issue was Marvel and Disney were only getting like 5% of the initial box office run.
Ticket sales.
That's it.
That's it.
And they wanted a 50-50 split because, in my opinion, I think they rightly deserved a 50-50 split because, and I could be wrong, and you could have a difference of opinion, and we're obviously going to get into that. They were helping. They were, in my opinion, it felt like they were doing 50% of the work. They were helping produce these movies and probably write them and probably do all of that shit. And they were donating their characters from their universe to play in the Sony movies because, Happy, Tony, all those motherfuckers were in the first two movies that they did for Sony. And it just made sense to be like, hey, look, why don't y'all just split it? Y'all doing 50%, each of y'all's doing 50% of the work anyway. That's just my take. That's my thoughts.
50 was too much.
You think 50 is too much? Okay.
50 is too much because you're already getting profit from the merchandise, and you stated the rights to the a TV show.
Yeah, they have the Marvel, I believe, has the rights to a Spider-Man TV show,
and that's animated, right?
I think it could be animated or live action.
Okay, so my thing was you have the merchandising. Sony's not getting anything from merchandise. Spider-Man sales. It doesn't matter how bad his movies are or good his movies are.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man backpacks everywhere. Spider-Man costumes everywhere. Spider-Man blankets everywhere. Spider-Man toys everywhere. Spider-Man games everywhere. Spider-Man shoes everywhere. Spider-Man, no. He's taking over. But you're already getting that.
Yeah.
And then you're like, give me 50% of the other shit too.
Okay.
And I'm like, give me 20.
Yeah,
and I'm good. Yeah. I keep the merchandising.
I think give that it should 20, just be 50 across the board. Why don't they just give 50% of the profits from the merchandising to Sony?
Because it's Disney, and they have a Disney toy store that sells Disney toy stuff.
That doesn't mean you can't give 50% of those profits.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It's Disney.
Obviously,
Disney.
All that shit.
They're not giving them money out of any of their stores.
Disney also lost a lot of money too.
They're not doing it.
They have the 3 highest money-making movies this year, and they lost money because they bought Fox and they're trash.
and they're
probably still coming out well ahead, obviously.
Yeah, Lion King covered that.
Lion King and Endgame, yeah.
But 50 is too much. 20, 30. And then I believe Sony did come back and make a counter offer.
Yeah.
Initially, I guess they didn't make any offer at all.
Yeah, Sony was just like, oh, okay, fine, we'll just walk away.
Yeah, they didn't make an offer at all. And then they came back and was like 30-70.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And then Disney's just still, I guess, like, nah, I'm good.
Well, I don't think Disney's said yay or nay on it. I think they're probably going to begin. I'm hoping that they begin discussions again and start talking because
this is not how negotiations go. It's not how it works.
What do
you go in there and you say, give me 50. And then they go, no, let's talk lower. You're like, all right, let's talk about it.
Right.
And then they were like, give me 50. And Sony was like, bitch.
Yeah, I know, right? You would have thought they would have been like more open to negotiate. But no, you're right. They did just say, fuck you. You know, they just basically just walked out.
It was like,
fuck this shit, I'm out.
It was crazy. I was like, how do you just leave? Like, how do you?
I know.
Like, that'd be like us sitting here and you're like, we can record at your house. Or we can record at John Nathan's house. And then I was just like, get the fuck out of my house. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
This is where you go, you aim high to get the price that you want. They probably really did want 20 or 30%. So they were like, let's ask for 50. They'll come down to like 25 or 30 and we'll take it.
Yeah.
And then Sony was like, we know what they're doing. The answer is nada.
Yeah.
No.
Well, and in Sony's to defend Sony, I will say that
you're defending Sony.
I'm going to defend Sony for a second.
I don't even know. Odd. I don't even believe you had a muscle in your body that could do that.
Right, I know, right? I to defend Sony, they have every reason in the world to believe that the movie's going to make money anyway, because ultimately that's really all they care about. Venom got fucking annihilated by critics and made a shitload of money. Even the last Amazing Spider-Man movie that got demolished by critics, that still made a lot of money. They didn't lose money. They've never lost money on the Spider-Man properties at all. They've always made money. Spider-Man 3 is a hot mess, and that fucking movie made shitloads of money. That was the highest grossing Spider-Man movie ever until Far From Home.
Which made $1 billion.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But to go back to defending Marvel, Sony should have taken a note and been like, oh, man, this movie that we just made with Marvel, with them helping us, is our most profitable. Well, it's not the most profitable, probably, but it's the highest grossing film Sony has ever made.
Yeah.
Period. And so for them to be like, get the fuck out of my face with that shit.
But they don't. They don't need Marvel.
They don't need Marvel.
What
They're
they need is
make money.
What they need is they need Marvel. They need the storyline.
Yeah,
the storyline is what made the movies so good.
Yeah,
and Disney said this is what I think Disney did. Disney was like, let's tie Spider-Man, just tie them all up in the MCU, just tie them all up. The Tony Stark story,
right?
The whole Avengers, everything. And now they need us.
So yeah, that's very possible.
And because now then you end it the way you end the movie with the reveal that they did, and now you're like, well, how do we do that? Because you don't have, if he's not in the MCU, you can't use those people.
That's true.
Can you even use that story? Because that's a MCU story. So I imagine they can be like, well,
I mean,
you can't do that.
Yeah,
so
they could do their own take on it, I guess, but it would.
they couldn't do
not
that.
Be as,
they couldn't be like, oh, he got revealed, and now he has to do like they have to be like something else.
Yeah,
and so
it would be they would do something so fucking classless and so cliche that they would start
like a reboot?
the third movie by saying, "Oh, it was just Peter having a fucking dream." And that would make me walk out of the movie theater.
I wouldn't watch it. If he woke up and was like, man, that was a crazy dream,
I would get up, throw my popcorn at the screen, and fucking leave.
Man, I really believe people would start getting up.
They would riot.
Out.
Yeah, they would riot. They're like, you fucking lazy motherfuckers. Yeah, that's some lazy.
That's lazy
shit.
writing. But you back yourself into that corner. I just don't know. I feel like the narrative changes just based on, the who did what. If both of them are at fault. I want to clarify that's my stance. Both people are being greedy. Both people are being stupid, or both parties involved. I mean, you need to just come together and make it happen. At the end of the day, you got a situation where you have a movie make $1 billion and everybody's like, this is the best Spider-Man ever created. And then you're worried about money. Like, what are you doing?
It seems really petty.
Like, well, you're both at fault. There are people that are like siding with Disney and they're like, Sony needs to get there. And I'm like, how can you not look at Disney and be like, you greedy motherfucker?
Yeah,
like, what
I
are
agree.
you doing?
I don't disagree. Like I said, I just think that if you guys are sharing the work, then share everything. Share the responsibility of everything and share the bill for everything, and then reap the benefits in the royalties equally.
Yeah.
I just don't see why you couldn't be happy with 50-50 across the board for everything. Because but
they probably weren't offering that because that's not Disney's goal. Disney's goal is to run the world.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to give up
Yeah.
assets that I already have acquired. I'm trying to acquire more assets.
Right. And this could, and a lot of people even think that this could lead to Disney trying to buy Sony.
Right.
And
they did it once.
It's painfully possible.
They've done it before.
Yeah, they've done it before.
They do it again.
Yeah, and then at
They're
that
doing
point,
it right now. They bought me.
Checks are being. They bought you.
They bought me. It just happened.
Well, everybody, thank you for tuning into the podcast.
We want to give a shout out to our sponsors.
Shout out to our sponsor, Disney Sony thing with the thing. I don't even know who owns this anymore.
It's not us. That's all that matters.
So yeah, but yeah, I just think that if y'all, it just seems so. Of course, I don't.
If it doesn't work out, we are everybody loses.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sony maybe wins because they have the property and they can maybe make. Because if they turn around and make a good Spider-Man movie, then they win.
It's been done in the past.
But if they turn around and make a movie that bombs,
and realistically,
then everybody loses.
Realistically, let's look at it this way. Let's look at the past. Realistically, Sony has actually got a better track record for making good Spider-Mans than bad Spider-Mans, because Spider-Man 1 and 2 especially, are fantastic fucking movies. Those are really, really good movies, just genuinely. Spider-Man 3 is a hot mess. Amazing Spider-Man, in my opinion, is a pretty damn good movie. I actually don't even hate Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's not good, but it's not the train wreck that critics made it out to be. They did some good stuff in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but they did get a little too busy trying to set up the Sinister Six and all that shit. They should have just focused on Electro, and that's it. But they did get a little busy, and that's par for the course for them, because they got busy in Part 3 and Spider-Man 3. Yeah. And that's the studio getting in there and just wanting to do too much. Right. On both of those occasions. Venom is... I enjoyed Venom. I think it's good. I think it's way better than critics made it out to be. Critics, to me, were just overly harsh on Venom. That movie is not bad. So they have every right to believe that they can make a good Spider-Man movie, because their track record is really not that bad. It's not. And people make it out to be, because of the failures of the past being as great as they are. It tarnishes both of those runs.
I also think people just are comparing the fact that this run with Spider-Man
was
compared
so
to
good.
the other ones is just
It is.
better.
It is.
I don't think it's by far better. Like I don't think you're looking at it and you're like, man, like those movies were. It doesn't run. I don't think it runs away with it.
No, it doesn't run away with it.
But I feel like this is the best version of Peter Parker
I agree.
that we have gotten.
I agree.
And that is the difference. Like we've had good Spider-Man.
Yeah, we've
like,
had good Spider-Man.
Like it was watching them swing around because most of the time it's not real.
Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were both fine Spider-Man.
As far as the fighting and the the wittiness goes, but this is the best where I think we've gotten of both worlds at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. That's what people are struggling. They're like, well, we don't want to give that up.
No, they don't want to get, and I can understand that.
If they come back together and make a deal, which I believe they're trying to do.
I think it's going to happen.
It was stated that they would have, it would probably be a deal for like another six movies. 6 movies,
yeah.
With an option for a 7th.
Yeah, 6 total movies with an option of 7. And
so
I think
that
2
would
of those
include,
are solo movies, and then probably 4 appearances in MCU movies with an option for a 7th appearance and another appearance.
I would imagine 2 of those appearances, quote unquote, would be like Avengers movies.
Very possible, yeah.
Where he's in the movie.
I wouldn't see him. Well, let's see. What title could he fit in with? He could fit in
Venom.
Well, yeah, that kind of goes without saying, I guess. So, but what Marvel property would Spider-Man fit in individually right now? Like, there's really nothing out there. Like, I mean, well, I guess you could throw him in the Doctor Strange movie somehow, because he did have a rapport with Doctor Strange. He did have an interaction with him, but it would seem out of nowhere to throw him in with like the Eternals,
Right.
That would be strange, and he can't be in the Black Widow movie. Unless he's a little baby. he's a baby Peter Man Parker.
Baby man Parker.
Yeah. It would seem strange to throw him anything other than Doctor Strange. Yeah. What other movies have they got coming out? I'm trying to think.
Black Panther 2.
Well, yeah, I mean, down the road he could be in Black Panther 2.
Black Panther 2. You could throw him in the
Love and Thunder.
That.
I hate that title so much.
It's bad, isn't it?
But I got faith that it's going to be great.
It'll probably get changed.
I got faith it's going to be great because it's Taika Waititi.
Changed.
It's not going to get changed. And then we're probably going to watch the movie and be like, oh, I understand.
It makes sense.
Creative, I love that title now.
Yeah. Happening there.
So,
so hopefully we get the deal and we get that many more.
That'd be great
from this version of Spider-Man, because I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
He's great, but he's not gonna be able to do him forever. So this would probably be it.
If we don't get that
deal, I bet it's 2 movies and that's it.
Do we finally get a Spider-Man versus Venom?
Probably be the second movie of the 2.
Do we even want a Spider-Man versus Venom?
Yes.
Not done by Marvel Studios.
Yes.
Why?
I know that's guilty. And
I don't.
I know that's stupid of me to say, but I don't hate the Venom we have.
Yeah, but we haven't seen this Spider-Man not with Marvel.
That's true.
Like with Marvel writers behind him. So I don't know that he's going to interact with that Venom the way we want him to.
You're probably, damn it, you're probably right. I hate that. Yeah, you're probably right. But
but at this point, I
love Venom versus Spider-Man so much.
If we just take away the Sony Disney aspect, do we want a Spider-Man versus Venom movie to happen? The answer is yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Yeah.
Because the setup could be really good. And let's say that Sony writers and creators slept at a Holiday Inn Express before they started writing Sony.
This is very interesting.
Do everything better the next day when you sleep at a Holiday Inn Express, according to the commercial. All right. So let's say they had their shit together and they wrote a good Venom 2 movie where Venom fights Carnage, because that's what they loses. He has to lose. So
I was just talking shit. I didn't realize that.
No, but he has to lose because that would bring up a Venom and Spidey team up against Carnage.
Right, okay? Because Carnage was always just so bad that they were like, look, we don't like each other, but we got to team up to beat this
because
guy.
In the second Venom movie, you could have Venom fight Carnage, Carnage win, And then you could do in a solo Spider-Man movie, in the first solo Spider-Man movie, which this probably won't be because they're going to have to fix whatever the fuck they did at the end of Far From Home, you know, with the quote unquote, everyone knowing who he was. They would have to fix that, but they could introduce Venom in that and have him fight Venom. And then for the next Venom movie, team up.
Find him.
They could team up and then fight Carnage.
He could find him,
and that is some serious fanboy dumbass thinking. Because
this is how it ends. Tom Hardy's fighting Carnage. He's like, "Yeah, I got the symbiote." And then he loses. And he's like in a dumpster somewhere.
Yeah,
because that's just where he made it to, and he just was laying there. Symbiote's like keeping him alive, and then Peter's like sneaking out to do his thing.
Visiting a college in San Francisco,
and he walks by it, and the symbiote's like, "Oh, that guy's cool." Yeah. It just latches onto something because Tom Hardy's dying.
Okay.
Peter gets the symbiote while he's in San Francisco, brings it back to New York.
Yeah.
Does the whole Black Spidey thing.
And then Eddie Brock
drops it. Then Eddie Brock. That's why Eddie Brock's in New York, because he tracks the symbiote back to New York. Boom. Goes back, gets it back. They have the disdain for Spider-Man that they're supposed to have, but then he's like, "Hey, you're pretty formidable." Before that happens,
let's go fight this red dude.
Well, or Carnage, Carnage follows Eddie Brock to New York.
Yeah,
and then he brings Carnage there. And Peter's like, "What the fuck's going on?" Then Eddie Brock's like, "No time to explain. Just know this guy's pretty tough."
Yeah,
and then that's how we get that.
Now, guess what? It doesn't. It's not good though. Yeah. Right? Because realistically, would that be good in like 3 movies? No. It would be terrible.
No.
But it's what we would have.
Would it be good in 1 movie?
No.
So how many movies will it be good in?
It would take, let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's break it down realistically.
Movies.
Let's break it down realistically. Seriously. The second Venom movie, that's 1 movie right there. So Venom fights Carnage, gets his ass whooped. That's 1 movie. We need 1 movie for Spider-Man to fix the end of Far From Home. So that's 2 movies. We need another Spider-Man movie for him to go to visit a college in San Francisco to pick up symbiote. And then in that same movie, Eddie Brock tracks him to
back to New
York and gets the symbiote back at the end of that movie. That could be 1 whole movie. And we don't need to do character development on Eddie Brock because we already know who he is. And then we need
So if we're not doing halfway through the movie, he tracks him to New York, he gets the symbiote back, then Carnage shows up.
No.
If we're not doing that, then who is he fighting?
Venom.
So he is going to fight
versus
Venom
for that third
He's going to fight Venom.
Yeah, that would be the big
because he gives it back, then Venom mad, then he fights him. Okay, gotcha.
And then we need a whole another movie where Spider-Man and Venom team up to fight Carnage. So it would take at least 4 movies to tell probably a mediocre Spider-Man Venom movie.
I don't think that's mediocre.
You don't think that's mediocre?
I think I think we just put together a really good fucking poor set of movies.
I mean, maybe I'm just really hard on myself.
I don't know how to take that statement.
I don't either. And I said it. So
I mean, there's continuity.
There's continuity. Yeah.
There are some reaches in the sense that, like, why would Peter go to a college in San Francisco? But
why wouldn't he? He's going to college. He would check out probably a few colleges.
He wouldn't go to a college in San Francisco.
You don't think?
You can't leave Aunt May.
I don't know, man. This Aunt May is a different Aunt May than what we've ever got.
Aunt May, you can't leave New York. I'm Spider-Man. He wouldn't go.
Well, maybe he would. Maybe
he wouldn't go.
You're probably right. He wouldn't go.
I mean,
but maybe he just uses the visit as an excuse just to go check out San Francisco, and knowing he's not going to go to that college.
Maybe, or Aunt May is the reason he goes,
because she's trying to tell him, "Hey, you need to get
out.
You
need to go. You can't."
Because this is not the same Aunt May we've had. She's very strong. She's very independent,
and also she's like, "There's other people. Like, you don't have to stay in New York."
Yeah,
as Spider-Man, like, you can go somewhere else. San Francisco has crime.
Yeah, San Francisco has the Niners. I don't know why that's relevant.
I mean, it's kind of crime.
Yeah, they're a travesty to football right now.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't look too bad. Does he?
Well,
this is the stupidest podcast ever. Okay, we don't know what the hell we want to talk about.
No, we're covering it. It's just, but I feel like we put together a really good thing.
I'm not gonna lie. The more I think about it, it's actually not bad.
He goes to San Francisco, the symbiote, because it's like happenstance, right? So he just happens to walk by.
Mm-hmm. The hell was that? Somebody
honking
was
at
very
us. Angry.
Somebody needs us to get out
Y'all
of the way.
Y'all need to wrap it up. No, but he happens to walk by the alleyway where Eddie Brock is laying there dying, and the symbiote's like, "You don't have what it takes anymore, so I'm leaving."
Yeah, so he's looking for,
and he just latches on to Peter.
So what saves Eddie Brock if he's so busted up that the symbiote can't do it though? That's the question.
Is it that he can't do it, or he just doesn't want to?
He lost the fight, so he's mad at him.
Yeah, so he's not busted up to the point where he.
Yeah.
Like, in that moment, he's like, he's just laying, like he can't. He's like incapacitated.
Yeah,
he's not fucked up to the point where he's dying, but he's just like incapacitated. He's not waking up. He's not moving.
Or maybe
and the symbiote is mad because they lost.
Yeah, and maybe even the symbiote felt bad for losing. He's like, "Look, man, I almost got this guy killed." So he's trying to leave him because he feels bad, because they do bond at the end of Venom 1.
And this is how you explain why the symbiote knows to get Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Because that's why you need the Marvel story, because he announced it to the world.
Yeah, but that's still... Oh, shit, that fucking works! Sony, please listen to us.
Because they announced it to... Obviously, you need to be with Disney, but you sign the deal with Disney.
But do this.
And then do this.
Yes.
So they announced to the world that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. The symbiote loses. The symbiote's mad.
Yeah,
it sees Peter Parker walking by.
Eddie and them were both watching. So they know this.
They know this.
Wow, they know that
they know this. And then he's walking by, and the symbiote's like, "Oh, that guy's really fucking strong."
Yeah.
And then he goes and latches on to Peter. He gets in his backpack, doesn't do anything, just hangs out with him,
reads his homework,
and then he has the quirky thing. He's like Peter's like, "Oh, I love Leslie." He's like, "This guy's kind of an idiot." Like,
yeah.
And then he wakes up one day and he's just like, "You're really stupid." And then Peter's like, "What are you? What are you? Are you like some kind of like symbiote thing that attaches to me and has to feed on my insides, and you want to be with me?"
Exactly.
Like that's what he would do, and he'd be like, "That was oddly specific and accurate." But yeah, and then then he goes through the whole cycle, and then he does the bell ringing thing, and then he loses it in Eddie Brock. It falls on Eddie Brock. Then Eddie Brock's like, "I'm back, but we hate Peter Parker because you stole the symbiote from me." And he's like, "I hate Peter Parker because he gave me back to you." And then,
wow,
then it happens, and they fight Carnage.
Yeah,
boom,
man. Well, Sony, if you're listening, we just did 80% of your job.
80% of your job.
Yeah, you got. Well, I mean, y'all got to write it and shit. So
yeah,
maybe we did 7%.
We did 5%.
We did.
We want profits on merchandising.
Yeah, we did Marvel worth of work.
We did 5. We want the 5% from the box office ticket sales and then merchandising.
I'm gonna take my portion. I'm gonna buy a skateboard.
I thought you were gonna say
I can't skateboard anymore at all because I'm too old.
I'm gonna take my portion and buy Spider-Man stuff.
You're gonna buy Spider-Man stuff, so give it right back to him.
But in essence, I'm paying myself,
kind of, in a way,
because we get the merchandising.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm investing in myself.
Whew. I'm tired now. I need a nap,
man. So end of the day, it's unanimous that we think they're gonna work a deal out.
I think so. Yeah, I think they're gonna end up working a deal out.
Yeah. It sucks. We shouldn't even be talking about it, but
probably not.
But because of it, we got a really good Spider-Man story.
Yeah, we did. I think I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna write it.
You're gonna write it?
I'm gonna write it.
Really gonna write it?
Yeah. Yes, of course. That's what I do. All right, guys. Well, I tell you what. Why don't you guys let us know what you think,
or don't,
or don't,
or don't. Like,
but tell us. You know what? I think it'd be fun if you guys told us what you think would be a good Spider-Man storyline if Sony and Disney don't work out a deal. And let us know what you think on Twitter at ZC_podcast or on Facebook at Zero Cred Podcast. And I will put links to those in the description, just like I did the last episode, because I'm really proud of myself. I figured out how to put a fucking link in. I was like, I should just put links. Why don't I do that? So yeah, I guess
I didn't even know you did that.
Yeah, I did. I did that for the wrestling one. Yeah, for the SummerSlam one.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's like
which is really good, by
links.
the way.
Yeah,
if you haven't listened to it,
I have.
I listened
liked
to it
it.
as
Yeah,
well.
it's funny. Well, we like our podcast. What do you guys think? So we will. Do you have anything else to add? No. No, I don't really either. Other than I've been playing Hunt on PC, Hunt Showdown.
Yeah, I've
they-
been watching you play Hunt.
Yeah, you did. You should not have jumped off that night because me and Dale had the most hilarious.
Well, I stayed on for a little while you and Dale were playing, and then I
Mhm.
turned it off.
Oh man, you should have stayed on. We had a really good run where we did some really cool shit. We
okay.
we started shitting on some hunters.
I have to go back and watch
Yeah.
it. I know it's probably still up there.
Yeah, it's
Or
still
was
up
it
there.
on Mixer?
That
No,
one was on
that
Twitch.
was on Twitch.
Last
You did
night,
do last night.
Yeah,
on
I
Mixer.
streamed on Mixer last
Does
night.
Mixer keep it on there?
Yep. Yeah, it
Okay.
keeps them on there.
I'll probably
So-
sit down and watch it.
Yeah, if you guys are interested in watching me stream, you can just find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/#whiteguy, or you can find me on mixer.com/#whiteguy. And I stream 6 days a week, essentially.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm streaming a lot.
You're like big time.
Oh, yeah, huge.
Stream six days a
Between
week.
the two channels, I have 444 fans.
Man, but
So-
you stream 6 days a week.
Yeah,
You do a
stream 6 days a week.
podcast on Mondays.
I do 2 podcasts on Monday because after
Oh,
this,
you-
that's why.
How did that?
It was. We had a good time. We're going to record another practice episode tonight.
Practice
And so
episode?
yeah, look out for that. We're gonna try and start uploading soon. The podcast is called Dead in Santa Carla, and it's a horror movie podcast.
I thought it was gonna be called something else.
It's been called different things because everybody has taken our titles.
Oh, so it's called Dead in Santa
It
Carla.
was initially called Thursday the 12th, and then that's one already. And then we were gonna call it the Creepcast. That's like 2 or 3 of them. And then I came up with I Spit on Your Podcast. That's already taken.
Oh, like on your grave.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I thought I had hit gold, and then
Man.
I was like, Invasion of the Podcasters. That's taken.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
so fucking mad.
That's what you get for waiting so
Yeah,
long.
but Dead in Santa Carla is now taken by us.
Did you like make the channel and stuff official so that people couldn't just do it?
No, but I will today. By the time this airs, yes. So yeah, because I'm going to be doing that today when I go home. But yep,
Awesome.
Dead in Santa Carla, which is
How
if
did
anybody watches The Lost Boys, that's the name of the town that it takes place
okay.
in. It's called Santa Carla.
I was literally going to ask you how
It's
you came up with
also
that name,
a
but you
Red
just
Line
told me.
Chemistry song, and Red Line Chemistry is a band from Kansas City. That's why I picked it. So I'm going
Ooh.
to try and get a hold of them and see if they let me use that song as the intro. It's not going to happen, but I'm going to try.
So I definitely need to.
You still need to do work. So
And when are you gonna do the first?
we're recording an episode tonight, and we're gonna try and upload it. If it goes well, we're gonna try and make it our first episode. Lance is my co-host. Lance has never done anything like this, so we're working together to try and get him used to talking into the mic and stuff like that. And then since I don't have the nice setup that you have, I'm still kind of playing with stuff. It didn't sound bad though. It actually sounded good. Not this good, but it sounded good.
I couldn't
Yeah.
see his movements when he did that. But that
Yeah,
was
it
hilarious.
didn't
Not
sound this good, but it sounded good. So I mean, but I did talk to him about.
Well, when is he?
us.
When is he supposed to be coming out?
He's coming out. Well, he's still at work. He's not at work anymore. So
Do
he'll-
you want him to just come here?
no, we'll do it at the house since he's already familiar with that. And but I did tell him about you. And,
Me,
I said,
not my setup. Just
no, I told
me.
him about
you just
all
told
of
him
us.
about
Yeah,
me.
I said I got this goofy friend. He's my bro.
Has nothing to do with this podcast.
Yeah, it
It's
had nothing
just
to do.
want you know
It
who
was
he
just
is.
in the middle of conversation. We were talking about a horror movie. I said, I got a friend named Warren. He's my homie, and that's it.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I'm relevant because I don't like them. So
yeah. But yeah, I did tell him that's an option of that you would probably not mind if we wanted to come out here and start recording because I know you're wanting to do more of these anyway.
yeah.
So that was a long way of saying look forward to the Dead in Santa Carla podcast.
There you go.
But we will catch you guys on the next episode.
Later.